because I lived in Chelsea and always went to the Chelsea Palace to see him, and he was my great sort of hero. So when I was asked to do a film with him, I thought this was wonderful. And like a lot of people that you make films with, once you've met them, they're just perfectly ordinary people. So he was a bit of a disappointment, and I don't even remember the first day that I met him. But I did a film called Let George Do It with him, and I think the thing that I admired most about him was his technique, you see. He was a very dull man. I don't remember ever holding a conversation with him. But when you watched him doing his stuff on the floor, then he became a completely different person.
Oh, beg your pardon, I thought this was room 64.
So it is. Come and sit down, won't you?
Thanks very much. I've come here to meet Mr. Mendes. Oh, well, I think I'd better wait outside. I'm frightened I might break my contract.
You're not scared of me, are you?
No, I'm scared of me.
Nonsense. Then sit down.
Well...
Do you care for One Night of Love?
Mother!
The funny thing was, whenever anybody did a film with George Formby, it would go around the grapevine with the girls. If you're going to do a film with George, he'll make passes at you. And I thought, oh, I've been ready for that, you see. And nothing happened. I did the whole film, and he didn't make a pass at me. And I thought, oh, well, something's lacking in me. He obviously doesn't like me. But I realized that it was because Beryl was on the set the whole time. And on the very, very last day, it was very near Christmas, and Beryl had to do some Christmas shopping. And I was in my dressing room in the lunch hour, and a knock came at the door, and George stood there, rather like a little boy, and said, "Ee, I'm crazy about you," and that was all. I think Beryl appeared the next minute, but it was quite extraordinary how he couldn't resist, or couldn't resist trying, I suppose, to make it with all his leading ladies.
Florrie?
Yes, George?
His love scenes with those improbably posh leading ladies were censored by the implacably jealous Beryl, so that in romantic moments he was nearly always reduced to adolescent coyness.
You're not laughing if I ask you.
Laugh? After the lovely day we've had?
Silly. Well, I feel daft talking like this.
What do you want to say?
Well, you see, you're different. I've never met anybody like you before.
Go on.
I was wondering, could you give me a kiss?
Look out, George. I believe he does it on purpose.
I don't care what he does.
But when he wasn't being coy, he could sing a love song with winningly natural charm.
I'm leaning on the lamppost at the corner of the street in case a certain little lady comes by. Oh, me, oh, my, I hope the little lady comes by. I don't know if she'll get away, she doesn't always get away, but anyhow I know that she'll try. Oh, me, oh, my, I hope the little lady comes by.
I don't think anybody really understood him. I don't know whether he understood himself. He was a sort of elemental that would have needed a very, very clever director, quite out of the class of the kind of film he did. And of course, those directors didn't direct his kind of film. But I think if you'd have got him with an ace director, they'd have got something really special out of him.
Take the order, my dear. Drinks all round.
He didn't know what he held in him. It was like a very frail glass with something very precious in it, you know, and that thing would never come out because what people liked about him wasn't that.
And now I'm telling you, grey skies are turning blue. What a racket, what a packet I have run today. Trouble's over, I'm in clover, everything's okay. I feel like a millionaire.